Welcome to the walkthrough for the frequently made mistakes I observed when reviewing the submissions for assignment 3B for my CS253 course in the fall of 2023. First, make sure that you use method references wherever you can instead of lambda expressions. This is a good example of a common theme I saw throughout many people's solutions. Your IDE should be able to prompt you to use this method reference here instead of a lambda expression, so make sure you do that automatically. Please also add explicit types where you need to, or you can also use the whisper technique in order to avoid having to use things like instance of. Also, don't use local variables. Please chain calls together. Also, in this situation, don't use this downcast. Here you can see we have a cast of object to crawler.page. That's being done because it thinks this is an object, when in fact you should be saying it's a crawler page, and that should be done up here, either again as an explicit type in multi-map, or you can put the whisper stuff here. I kind of like the explicit type a little better because it's more clear what's going on. But at any rate, take a look at this link if you want to know why you should avoid using downcasts. And you'll see some easy ways to fix this. You probably will have to put the explicit types in multiple places in the map multi-calls within the crawl page method, but that's really straightforward. There's no need to have this function factory. I'm not sure what it's doing here, but you don't want to be doing this in general, and you certainly don't want to be doing it this way. If you were to be using something like that, you should use the rethrow exception laundering facility that we talked about in earlier assignments, but you don't need that either. Once again, you need to use explicit types here in many cases, and you don't need to do this either. So clean up the code, be explicit, don't do downcasts. Should save you a lot of headaches. Here, please make sure that you first call get or download image, and then take the result of that, and you will get the result back and do something with it. So in this particular case, this is not where get or download image belongs. It doesn't belong inside of map. It belongs inside of map multi. And make sure that you refactor the code. So you first call get or download image and then check to see if what comes back is null. And if it is null, you don't want to be doing the transform image on a null reference to an image. Instead, you want to just bail out and not do any consuming here at all. Taking another look at download image, same kind of thing. Don't call transform image unless get or download image returns null. So you just have to put those checks in, refactor your code so it's not nested like this, and that will cause problems if you have nulls returned from get or download image. Make sure you format your code consistently. We've talked about this over and over again. This should have the comment here like that rather than like this with no comment. So please make sure that you have taken care of that. And once again, you need to make sure that you do the right thing here. This particular code was missing a call to filter, and down here you need to make sure that you get back a non-null page or image or whatever before you go about trying to accept it. So I think in this case it should be please check whether the image returned by apply transform is non-null. And then finally, this is a problem that was actually left over from assignment 3A. I'm not sure why a couple people hadn't fixed that code because I commented on it there. But there's no need to call filter like this here. You need to call filter, but not with the non-null method reference. And then down here, this code is backwards. So you need to be calling create new cache item up in filter. And then down here is where you call apply transform. And you also need to do this using map multi. So you need to make sure that this is called with map multi, and then you have to fill in the correct parameters here and so on and so forth. So make sure you fix all those kinds of things. Once again, also make sure you go back to assignment 3A and fix it there, because if you don't fix it there, then you're going to lose points for assignment 3A and for assignment 3B. So make sure that you're taking a look at the frequently made mistakes, you're addressing the comments, and you're ensuring that you update your code appropriately and that all the tests pass. As usual, if you have any questions, please feel free to come to office hours and or ask questions on Piazza.